everyone, welcome to News in Brief on Vantage TV, where you get a quick update on the stories that made the rounds within the week. My name is Anita McCoy. Let's get right into it. On the national scene, earlier in the week, President Muhammadu Buhari commissioned the new state-of-the-art terminal at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The terminal is one of the 5 airports, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano and Enugu, which benefited from a credit agreement between Nigeria and China in 2013 for the construction of new terminals. The opening of the facility will complement and create an avenue for the overhauling of the old international terminal. Over the alleged rape and murder of 22-year-old public passenger late Oluwabamise Ayewole, the BRT driver Andrew Omoriko had been charged with 4 counts, including conspiracy, murder and rape by the Lagos State government. A high court in Lagos on Tuesday subsequently ordered that the BRT driver be remanded at the Nigerian Correctional Service in Ikoyi as the case was adjourned for trial on the 9th of May. The Sultan of Sokoto Muhammadu Abubakar and Governor Babangana Zulum of Borno on Monday lauded the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo for his commitment to the education of the vulnerable children in northeast Nigeria. The commendation came on the heels of the 5th year anniversary of the Northeast Children's Trust School, an initiative of the Vice President located in Maiduguri, Borno, which provides educational and extensive care support to hundreds of children orphaned or displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency in the Northeast. Following new bandit attacks in Kagoro, located in Kaduna, the state government imposed a 24-hour curfew on Jamas and Kara Council areas on Monday. This follows the killing of several people in southern Kaduna during a protest against Fulani herdsmen brutality in Kara local council. The curfew is to help security agencies stabilize the situation as they restore law and order and keep lives and properties in safety. On the international news, Brian Houston, the co-founder of the popular Australian worship center Hillsong Church, has resigned after 2 women filed against him complaints of indiscriminate behavior, which spanned over the past decade. This was revealed in a statement released on the church's website on Wednesday. While the church is now led by interim global leader, the ministry revealed that it had commenced an independent review of its governance structure and processes. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange and his fiancée Stella Morris got married on Wednesday at the high-security London prison, where he is being held during his extradition case. Assange is currently fighting attempts to remove him from the UK to face trial in the United States over the publication of secret files relating to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Assange and Morris were given permission to marry at Belmarsh Prison in southeast London in the presence of a registrar, 4 guests, 2 witnesses and 2 security guards. The Taliban has reversed a decision to allow Afghan girls return to high schools over a ruling to be made on the prescribed uniforms for the girls. The last-minute move, which turned angry and disappointed reactions from students and parents, came a week after the Education Ministry this week announced school resumption for all students, including girls. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres earlier in the week called for an end to the absurd war brought on by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which has become more unpredictable by the hour and is causing appalling human suffering. While satellite imagery shows Mariupol, the critical coastal city, reduced into ashes, Ukrainian forces are now also seen to be fighting to take back territory with a counterattack north and west of Kyiv. NATO Secretary Jens Stoltenberg, however, cautioned on Wednesday that any use of chemical weapons by Russia will be flat out unacceptable and will totally change the nature of the conflict in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Zelensky has maintained that difficult negotiations are currently ongoing in order to convince the Kremlin that the atrocious war must be stopped, even as the Russian nation is steadily faced with greater sanctions as the war progresses. Alright guys, that's it on the national and international news on the News in Brief. Coming up shortly is entertainment. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, I'm Lifa and you're welcome to Entertainment on the News in Brief, where you get the juiciest stories that made the rounds this week. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. Simi breaks Audio Max streaming record. During an exclusive brunch in Lagos for women in the Nigerian entertainment industry, it was announced that Simi had become the first female artist in Africa to hit over 100 million plays on Audio Max. The singer later took to her Instagram page to appreciate the platform for the honor as well as the fans who made it happen. Here's to many more firsts for our women. Gospel lovebirds Nikki Laoye and soul snatcher tie the knots. Nigerian gospel singer Oyenike Laoye, popularly known as Nikki Laoye, over the weekend got hitched with Adekunle Adeyola, also known as Soul Snatcher of the gospel duo Rooftop MCs. The couple who found love again after previous marriages have been friends for over 20 years. Big congratulations to the newlyweds. The MVCAs roll out the drums for this year's award nominees. The nominee list has been announced for the 8th African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, with the films Amina, Omogeto and Rattlesnake by Izu Ojukwu, Funke Akindele and Ramsey Noah respectively snagging the most nominations. This year's award ceremony will hold for 8 days, leading up to the main event slated for May 14, 2022. Fingers crossed for the winners to be. Kylie Jenner changes baby name after 6 weeks of birth. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott have changed the name of their newborn son, who was born on the 2nd of February 2022. Announcing via IG stories on Monday, Kylie stated that her and her partner really didn't feel the name suited him any longer. While the couple, as of Wednesday, had not announced a new name, the child was previously named Wolf. 2 times the charm, maybe. Billboard launches first ever Afrobeat music chart. On Tuesday, top US entertainment magazine Billboard announced the news, having collaborated with Afro Nations for the launch of its first ever Afrobeat music chart in the United States. The Afrobeat music chart, according to Billboard, will go live on its platform on March 29th and will rank the 50 most popular Afrobeat tracks in the United States using a weighted formula. Mixed feelings, but let's see how it goes. Here's the funniest thing we saw this week. Well, that's it guys on entertainment on the news in brief, but sit back, relax as sports comes right up.
Welcome to Sports on the News and Brief. I am Emilio Menesopstas and these are the top stories. In boxing, heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk has left his native Ukraine to prepare for his rematch with Anthony Joshua. Usyk, 35, who beat Joshua in September to become the unified heavyweight champion, had enlisted in Ukraine's military to defend his country from the Russian invasion, but has now returned to training camp ahead of his face-off with AJ in June. And for the NBA results, DeAndre Ayton scored 35 points as Phoenix Suns beat Minnesota Timberwolves. Ayton also made 14 rebounds, while Devin Booker scored 11 of his 28 points in the final 4 minutes, 36 seconds of the match in Minneapolis. The Suns were trailing by 15 points in the third quarter, but rallied for their 18th victory from 22 games. Also, Desmond Bain and DeAnthony Melton scored 23 points apiece to help the Memphis Grizzlies overcome the Brooklyn Nets 132 to 120. While Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics each scored 26 points to lead a 125 to 97 win over the Utah Jazz. And now football, and in the Premier League, former England, West Ham, Tottenham and Rangers striker Jermaine Defoe has retired from professional football at the age of 39. Defoe, who scored 304 goals in 762 career club games, recorded 20 goals in 57 England appearances. The UK government have made alterations to the special license given to Chelsea, allowing the club to sell tickets to away games, cup matches and fixtures involving the women's team. The move means Chelsea will be able to sell tickets for their home Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid on 6 April and the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley Stadium on the weekend of 16 April against Crystal Palace. Away fans can buy tickets for Premier League games at Stamford Bridge, with revenue going to the Premier League. Turkish club Fenerbahce announced that action had been taken against German Mesut Ozil and fellow midfielder Ozan Tufan. Ozil has only gone 14 months into a 3.5-year deal with Fenerbahce, having joined from Arsenal last season. While the soccer star has scored 8 league goals and captained the team this season, the reason for the exclusion and the duration remains unspecified. Women's Champions League all-time leading scorer and former Ballon d'Or winner Ada Hegerberg has ended her 5-year exile from the Norway team. The 26-year-old Lyon forward stopped playing for the national side because of a perceived lack of respect for female players in Norway. Hageberg, who has 38 goals in 66 games for Norway, has now been included in the squad for the World Cup qualifiers against Kosovo and Poland in April and may play at this summer's European Championship in England. And in the World Cup qualifiers, Japan beat Australia 2-0 to book their place at this year's World Cup in Qatar, thanks to late goals from substitute Kaoru Maitoma in Sydney. Japan now sits top of Group B of the Asian qualifying, above Saudi Arabia, who are 4 points clear of Australia. Australia now face the playoff campaign to reach a 5th successive World Cup. And some great news in football. After the Euro 2020 scare where he slumped on the pitch, Danish playmaker Christian Eriksen is back in the national team as they prepare for the World Cup. The Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana played a draw in the first leg of the Qatar World Cup qualifier on Friday in Ghana. The second leg will be played on the 29th of March 2022 in Nigeria as both teams slug it out for a place in the finals. And that's Sports on the News and Brief. Follow Vantage TV for all the news, sports and entertainment. I am Emilio Menesopstas. Till I return next week, Remember to like, share, and subscribe.